Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Abigail, and I make videos about special needs and health issues and feeding tubes. So, um, I got kind of a busy day today. Not right now, but later today, my little brother goes to the dentist. He has to get a cleaning, and he has to go to like a special dentist because he has braces. So, it's going to be out of town, and I'm going to go because um, I like to stay busy with the health stuff that I have. Um, it's good for me to stay busy. So um, I did have a moment this morning. I feel like being on constant feeds. Um, it's easy to have a day where something crazy happens. So this morning, my pump didn't like beep on me or anything, I don't think. Actually, no, I take that back. I think it beeped on me one time, and I thought it was just because um I move around in my sleep a lot, and I thought that I might have like laid on the cord and twisted the cord or something. But um turns out that when I woke up this morning, my formula that was in my bag, it was like the bag was cold, but the actual formula was kind of like, I don't know, kind of gross. It wasn't like as liquidy as it needed to be, like if it got hot. And so, it wasn't like beeping on me like it was bad. Um, but I didn't really feel comfortable feeding myself formula that was kind of like clumpy. So, I end up throwing that bag out, getting a new bag, and refilling that bag with some new formula. So that was my situation this morning that I dealt with. But thankfully nothing like too bad. I woke up this morning and I was like, where's Daniel? My little brother. Then I remembered he went back to school today. And so I was kind of panicking because I couldn't find Daniel anywhere. And then I was like, oh wait, he went back to school today. I thought that he was going to get off like early today because he has a dentist appointment out of town, which he's going to get off a little bit early. I think he's getting off at like 2 o'clock or something, which is like an hour before he gets out of school. But he's not getting out as early as I thought. So actually, I'm not sure if he's getting off at 2 o'clock or if it's going to be after 3 before we go up there. I don't know. But anyways, if he does get out early, it's not going to be very early. So, anyways, I was kind of panicked for nothing. I looked out my window, realized none of the cars were here. My dad normally goes to the gym in the mornings after he drops my little brother off at school, and he's a lawnmower mechanic, so he runs his errands to get lawnmower parts and things like that. So he was out doing stuff, and my mom works. She leaves really early in the morning, and then she gets off at like, I think she gets off at like 1 o'clock now. So anyways, neither one of the cars were here, so I was a little bit stressed out about where my little brother was, but he's at school because it's Wednesday. I think he was out of school like yesterday because it was like a holiday or something special that he was out for. So I think he was out of school the other day, but today he went back, and I guess I guess I had forgotten that today he goes back to school. So, yesterday, after the meeting that me and my oldest brother go to on Tuesdays, we usually stop and get like a little treat. Because I'm on constant feeds on my feeding tube, there's not a whole lot that I can have by mouth. But I can have certain kinds of candy, and I can drink by mouth. I can have like water and liquidy things like tea and coffee and things like that. So I asked my brother if he could take me to Dollar General to get some candy, because that's kind of like our thing that we do on Tuesdays. And I got some Skittles, as well as these Red Hots. They're I've had them before. They're like just like little bitty like hot candies, but they melt really, really well. And so I got that for my candy, and then I also got a sweet tea that I think is from like Lipton or Leaf or something like that. A different brand that I haven't tried, I don't think. And it kind of tasted like sweet tea, but with a little bit of like lemony flavor. I'm not the biggest fan of like lemon, but that's okay. I'm still gonna drink it. I actually end up getting a different brand of tea because I like to have like drink like on the go drinks, kind of like a something special that I can drink. And before we went to this other store and I got a certain brand of tea that I like really, really liked, but we ended up going to a different store this time, so they had a different kind of tea at this other store that we went to. So I ended up getting a different brand, and it wasn't my favorite, but I'll still finish it. It's fine. I'm trying to think of what else happened. So yeah, I'm thankfully gaining some good weight. I haven't weighed in a while, but the last time I weighed, I was 111 pounds. And before the feeding tube was placed, I got down to, I think it was like 70 something pounds. I have gastroparesis, which is where my stomach is partially paralyzed. I also have, that was from a previous surgery that I had. And then I also have a hernia, and between those two things, it was causing a lot of issues. And every time that I would eat by mouth, I would get sick within like 30 minutes to an hour of eating. So they placed a feeding tube. I have a separate G tube and a separate J tube. My G tube that goes to my stomach, called gastric, it's actually just for venting. So if I eat like candy and I feel sick to my stomach, I can hook up my extension and it can come out that way instead of me actually getting sick. And then my J tube, which goes to my intestines, also known as the jejunum, that's where I get my feedings. It goes to my intestines instead of my stomach, since my stomach doesn't work right. So I am hooked up. It's just hard to tell. This is my bag right here. At night, I have my pump on my pole that I have by my bed, and that's where I put it at night when I sleep. And then in the mornings, I put it in my backpack so I can wear it around where I go, because I'm on constant feeds, so I'm on it all the time. But I'm thankful that this is an option and that I'm gaining good weight and, you know, healthy weight. And anyways, that's the update for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure that you subscribe if you're new, because I talk about feeding tubes and special needs and what my life is like, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everyone.